Sorry if my voice sounds hoarse, I've been out drinking, but I've got to review this episode of SmackDown because it was an absolute cracker. So let's go. SmackDown is live from Calgary, and we kick things off with Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. The match is disrupted by Damage Control coming down, and it's a no contest as Io Sky drop kicks both women. Damage Control beat down both women and post to end the segment. It's said on commentary that Bayley has been telling people that we are the champions, insinuating that all of Damage Control is champion because Io is. It's reminiscent of Christian and Luchasaurus in AEW, and I'm interested to see where they take that story. We get a backstage interview with Santos Escobar, but he is Pearl Harbored by Austin Theory. The US champion beats him down and smashes his leg with a crate lid. Rey Mysterio shows up to help, but the damage has been done. Santos is later cleared, but he's not 100% for his match with Theory. AJ Styles vs Karrion Kross is next in one of the worst feuds I've ever seen. AJ wins, obviously, with the Styles clash, and celebrates with the OC. Not much to say about this one really, I just hope AJ does something more meaningful after this feud is over. One of Canada's own, Edge is here for a promo. He says that he wants a match with Sheamus next week in Toronto because he's never faced him before. Edge tells the story of how Sheamus influenced his comeback and helped him get ready for his 2020 return. Sheamus comes out and shows footage of Edge wiping out while mountain biking, and Edge shows a picture of Sheamus on his daughter's bike. A frozen bike, by the way, those things are expensive. The two trade insults, with Edge joking about Sheamus being ginger, and Sheamus talking about Edge's massive chin, but it's all light-hearted. Sheamus then talks about 2004, where Edge gave him advice when they met in a nightclub in Dublin that Sheamus was working at. The mutual respect is huge here between the two. The challenge is accepted and the two shake hands. However, Sheamus pulls Edge close and tells him he hopes Edge didn't make a mistake, in a great closing line to this great segment. It's night time in Calgary as the megastar LA Knight graces us with his presence for a match against Flop Dollar. LA Knight wins with the BFT and takes to the mic. Over as always, another stellar promo and just more build on the LA Knight hype train. Santos Escobar comes out for his United States Championship match against Austin Theory, but is once again Pearl Harbored by Theory. 2 in 1 night, he's already dead, man. The decision is made that Rey Mysterio will instead fight Theory for the title, and he attacks Theory before the bell, giving him a taste of his own medicine. Rey hits a 619 and pins Theory to become the United States Champion, in a big shock to me at least. Rey celebrates with the fans, and then the LWO afterwards. I worry for Theory now that he doesn't have the title, he doesn't really have much going on for him, but I think Rey will do more with the title than Theory was able to do. Main event segment time, buckle in, this is blockbuster. Roman is here with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. Roman asks Heyman where Jimmy Uso is at, but Heyman doesn't know, and says that Jimmy was still bitter towards Roman when they phoned. Jimmy shows up at ringside and gets into the ring, where Roman offers him cars and yachts for helping him at SummerSlam. Jimmy explains that what he did had nothing to do with Roman. Jey Uso joins the party and gets right in Jimmy's face, demanding an explanation. Jimmy says he cost Jey at SummerSlam because he loves him. If Jey won and became the tribal chief, he would have turned into Roman and left Jimmy in the past. There would be no more Usos, and Jimmy couldn't face that reality. He offers Jey a free super kick to the face to make up for it, but Jey declines and turns his back on Jimmy as Jimmy walks out. Roman laughs at the two of them and says it proves he was always right, but Jey cuts him off with a super kick. Solo attacks Jey, but he's able to lay out Solo before taking a Superman punch from Roman. Roman goes for the spear, but Jey counters and hits one of his own. He looks like he wants to make up with Jimmy and feints going for a hug, just to drill Jimmy with a super kick. That must have felt good for Jey. Into the camera, Jey delivers a message, saying he's out of the bloodline, he's out of SmackDown, and he's out of WWE. And leaves through the crowd to end the show. This was brilliant. For anyone who criticises WWE and says that the bloodline story has jumped the shark, watch this storyline development and tell me it's done. I genuinely think Jey will beat Roman, as long as the story stays consistent, or at least Jey will play into Roman losing the title down the line and maybe cost him it. Thank you so much for listening to my recap and review of SmackDown. I need to go to bed because I am absolutely paggered. But please like, subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think that I can do better. Probably not drinking before we do videos would help. But thank you so much for listening to me.